Hello my friends, sorry for the delay in starting this stream, just making sure we're going live. I've loaded up the save. We are first of all live. This is Football Manager 2019 full game. We are with Rangers. I loaded up the game earlier on, saved it, came off, didn't do a single thing because I wanted to go through it all with you. So I'll just quickly show you all the league settings. So if we go to game stats, we've got all the leagues apart from Scotland, view only. Scotland is playable. We've got a player base of around 98,000 selected and added on. Database size is obviously custom for that, and the in-game editor is blocked. I don't actually have, anything. Well, I don't have it bought anyway, but it is blocked. So even if I did buy it for experiment in the future, I can't use it. Evening, Toby, mate. Yeah, I've kicked Gerrard out of the job. He's not even had a fair shot. He didn't even manage a match, but we've taken over. Evening, Kyle Plays as well. Glad to see you in the chat. I'm going to have to look this way to see the chat, so I'm hoping that the stream is all working okay. If you can guys let me know on that. We're going to start getting into this job. We've got our welcome to Rangers. We're going to attend this meeting with Dave King. So we're going to get started. I actually am a Rangers fan, so I know everything about this club, or not everything, but most things. So very, very familiar with the club. No philosophies. I don't feel a meeting required as then. I'm happy to have no philosophies. Evening, Scouse Mouse, how you doing, mate? Feels a bit strange, you watching me rather than me watching you today. But thank you very much for tuning in, buddy. Nice to have an experienced streamer on side as well, because I'm all very new to this. Traditional hold a press conference, yes. Thanks for the introduction. And now we've got a meeting with our assistant manager, Gary McAllister, who I think might be fairly decent in this game actually. I had a quick look at him during the beta, so if he's not changed, he's fairly decent for the kind of manager that I want. Thank you very much, Kyle Plays, for confirming that. My assistant manager, it would be good to evaluate the entire squad. No, I don't want an inter-team friendly, and it would be great to meet the backroom staff. Great to have an idea about contracts expiring, and I'll deal with the staff responsibilities in just a second. Before I even press continue, I'm going to deal with that because I do not want Mark Allen signing staff or players for us right now. So we're going to go through all this. We're going to ignore the tactics induction. I'm fairly comfortable it being awful at that through the beta. Have I got my eyes on any early signings? Not yet, Scouse Mouse. There's a couple of people who I'd like to sign, but I don't think would be necessarily realistic. So we're going to have a quick look at that. But if you've got any names, let me know. And Kyle Plays, also a Rangers fan. Good to see another bear in the stream. Thoughts on the game last night? I was there. I didn't, but I did watch it. You know, I think it's similar to the past two games. We've been really good defensively, but very, very toothless in attack, and that is a worry. But it's one that's fixable. You know, there's a clear problem there. That's a lot of injuries. Doran's out for 3 to 4 months. Grezda out for 4 months. Murphy out till sometime next season. Rossiter out for 4 months. And Wallace out for 2 months. So starting with 5 long-term injuries and recurring injuries. Ryan Jack in there as well, and Kyle Lafferty in there. Although a pulled hamstring hopefully might only be a couple of weeks. Hip injury could be anything really. But that's a lot of injuries, particularly to all of these guys are midfield as well, apart from Lee Wallace. Yeah, I haven't been able to take our chances lately. You're right, it's been quite worrying. You know, I was hoping that Morelos coming back in the team would change things yesterday. And I mean, he did score, but it really hasn't changed much at all. Evening, Captain Goodspeed. Good to see you, buddy. Right, I'll go through all the staff responsibilities in a minute. That's the first job I've really got. We've already signed Scott Arfield. We'll go through the team soon. Biggest spenders in the league at £10.5 million. Again, we'll sort tactics out. Last players in contracts. We've got Gareth McCauley, Lee Wallace, Lee Hodgson. He can go. Bierman can go. Dapo Mabry. I'm getting that done straight away. I don't even care. That's getting renegotiated. What's your existing contract, buddy? 800. So see if we can get rid of this. 3 years is the maximum I can offer you. I played the beta. I have. I've done 3 saves on the beta so far, actually. I've done the Bayern save that I've done for YouTube. Minimum release week, no thank you. See if I can give you 1k a week. Right, that's fine. I'll give you 1.1. So, yeah, hit the thumbs up as well. So, yeah, I played the beta. I played 3 saves. I got sacked from Livingston. I had the series where I was with Bayern, struggled in the first sort of 6 months, kicked on and then struggled at the end of the season, but we won a couple of things. Kieran Wright, 4.5 star. Goalkeeper. Against offering. What age are you? 18. I disagree with that. They've actually changed quite a lot this year. That's existing contract, never mind. I was going to say that's locked in, why can't I confirm it? They've changed quite a lot. The training's changed, the tactics have changed. I'm really struggling with the new tactics, in all honesty. And basically the way you're dealing with players feels a bit different as well. Anything I'm missing from last year, probably the easier tactics, but that's just because it was easier. Other than that, not really anything I've picked on that I'm missing so far, or picked up on rather. I'm going to give you another couple of months to see. Everyone else, I'm fairly content. Let's just sort by potential, actually. Make sure I've not missed anyone. Jordan Houston, I want to give him a new contract. I've done a second save after I got sacked personal last year, and he was a very, very solid backup. He started fresh with Everton. How many seasons would it take you to win the league or the Champions League? Right now on 19, a long time. A long time on 19. I think I could do it fairly quickly on 18 now, if I was to go back. And I say that on the basis of, as I said, when I got sacked last year, I done the Journeyman after that. And then, after I finished the Journeyman, I wasn't uploading any more Football Manager 18 stuff to the channel. I thought, do you know what, I'll just have a little personal save. And I went back to Rangers. And at that point, I won the Champions League in 5 years with Rangers. It took me 3 years to win the league and then another 2 to win the Champions League. And from there, we just couldn't be caught. I think we won 3 in a row and I finished halfway through the next season before I was like, right, I've had enough of the save. So I would say with Everton now on 19 I would struggle, but on 18 I could do it fairly quickly. And a big part of that's just knowledge of the tactics and the training that I've not got yet. And I mean, Everton's starting budget this year is tiny. I think it's 4 million or something to start with. So you can't really do much first season either. Plans training for first team, I will take that. I'm just setting this all to me apart from the youth team. Because I can work out it later on. What was the Champions League with Rangers? We got the Scottish. To be honest, it was a huge amount of luck. I'd scouted so many of the young English kids with the plan of dealing with Brexit. And what ended up happening was I'd ended up just waiting and catching them all as the... what's the word I'm looking for? As they got transfer listed, so I was getting them for next to nothing. Why can't I do this one? Player search advice. Oh, right, that's right. So, we'll give that to Chief Scout. Yeah, we'll give that to Michael Beale, and yeah, confirm that. So, I'd caught so many players for cheap, sold them on at huge profit, and then my scouts were just finding gems. I found a guy who is probably the best striker I've ever had in Football Manager, on a par with Messi, and I picked him up out of the Australian League for 7.5 million, and he basically won the Champions League single-handedly. So, do you know what, actually? My squad view's actually already loaded in. That's great, so we can just click that. If there's anything else you want to see on this squad view, let me know, guys, and I will get it in. Filter, not club. So, first team. Ability-wise, Lee Wallace isn't good enough, straight off. Rossiter, I feel like if we can get Rossiter fit, we can still get a player out of him. He's 21, but he's fairly well rounded, particularly as a ball winner. We can make a player out of him, particularly with that 5-star potential. Ross McCrory at 5-star potential as well, and 2.5 star. Kind of want to retrain him into the midfield because he's already a good defender and a pretty good ball winner midfielder. Agility may be the issue there. This guy is absolutely phenomenal. 18 corners and 18 crossing, and I know that from the beta. Anyone else that would highlight right now? Jamie Murphy out for a year, or over a year. Umar Sadiq, I will be terminating this guy's loan as soon as I get a chance. I really dislike this guy in real life, so I'm not even giving him a chance here. We can't do it just now because it will say can't be transferred outside the window because it's not the 1st of July. But also, I just don't think that he's going to get anywhere near the first team. We've got Lafferty, we've got Morelos, we've got Andy Dallas in the youth side, and then in the under-18s, we've got Josh McPake and Dapo Mabry. I look like I've actually drawn pretty bad on them. Dapo Mabry looks like the only one that I've actually drawn a decent roll on, and Kieran Wright as well. A lot of these guys, McCrory, Middleton, Dallas, and Mabry and Mapake, I all know can go 5-star, and there'll be another couple in here as well that can do that. What first season targets be is league win a no-brainer. I think, looking at the squad, honestly, I would take a league win. I don't think it's maybe necessarily straight realistic. I mean, if we'll go and have a quick look at Celtic, I hope I've got attribute masking off. I do. You know, this guy is phenomenal in Football Manager. He always has been. Kieran Tierney. I mean, I don't even know if I want them to sell him or not, because he's really, really good. But if they pick up 30-40 million for him, which they can, you know, they reinvest that, I could be in a lot of trouble. Malumbu's pretty good in this game. They've got Nietzschem as well, who's insane. Ryan Christie I had on loan when I had a Hibs save in the beta. He's pretty good, you know, and he doesn't even get in the team. You know, they've got such a strong team that I think that it's going to be very, very difficult to beat them first season. I think I'm going to have to really be wise. Talking about Sadiq, I can't believe he dived on Sunday when we're 0 up, and all he had to do was shoot 1-1 and he'd already passed the keeper. Yeah, I said it on Facebook, and I think I said it on Twitter as well. I was actually raging with the referee when that happened, because initially my thought was, from the first angle the telly showing was the side angle, and I was like, right, that's a clear penalty. He's gone down. Be replacing this head of youth development, by the way. No striker ever goes down there, and then when he got booked for diving, I was like, there's no way he's dived. He's got an open goal. Strikers do not dive with an open goal. And then it showed the replay from the other angle, and he did, and I'm like, what on earth just happened? What striker ever goes down with an open goal? Actually, we'll have a quick look at Gary McAllister as well. Yeah, 14 tactical knowledge, 11 man management. I'll struggle to do better there. I mean, I genuinely hope he never plays for the club again, purely because of that dive, because you just don't dive in that situation. Head physio 11, that's going to be replaced, and you are 17, so you're slightly better, but probably still replaceable. 14 sports science, and 9 sports science. Oh, these staff are not good. Hopefully the scouts will offer me something better. Mark Allen is okay, but he's pretty much just seeing out his contract. How much? $9.5 grand till 2022. That's a lot of money. Scolding. I think I can do better. John Brandt is a club legend, which makes me say keep him. Right, coaches wise, let's have a look at coaches first. So, edit assignments. Do we actually have a goalkeeping coach? We do not. Okay, so I want a goalkeeping coach in straight off the bat. What are you good at? 3-star there, 2.5, 2.5, 2, 2, 2. Can Liverpool or Chelsea stop City from doing back-to-back league wins? It's a good question, not one that I'm really the best positioned to answer, if I'm honest, because I don't really watch a whole lot of English football these days. I think Liverpool can, because honestly, you have to look at the squad that Liverpool have. It's a very, very good squad, especially going forward. If they can sort out that defence, you know, I think they've got a good defence as well, but I think if they can sort out that defence, there's no reason why they can't. But I'm going to ignore goalkeepers just now. We've got Alan McGregor. I will add you straight off the bat to my shortlist. I can't imagine 1.8 million yet. I can't imagine we could afford him. But going forward, I just think there's very few teams that can compete with Liverpool. Not just in England, but in world football. As I say, I don't watch a lot of English football, so it's difficult for me to answer that question. But what I have seen of them is devastating going forward, and that I think makes them a force in their own. Right, let's get this staff sorted out. So, medical team is all going. They're all, apart from Eurokey. You can stay just now. Fraser Young, but Steve Walker going. Jordan Milsom is 9 for sports science, so he's going. Fraser Young is 17. You're fine. Flanagan 14, so he's probably on the cusp. Is this a full game and not the beta? Because I want to put forms. Basically, the first day the beta was coming out, Colin Stewart was missing as goalkeeping coach. This is the full game. I had brought up a few things on the forum as well. I know if we have a look quickly at Tavernier, he's got 13 for penalties, and that's ridiculous. He's not missed a penalty in 3 years since that semi-final when he missed, and he is a club penalty taker. Whereas you compare to Barisic, who's got 15 penalty taken, you know, he's not even going to be the penalty taker in the team just now. Morelos has 14, and actually Morelos' composure is awful. Is there any way that we can work on that? Penalty taken? Nope. Shooting? Nope. Final third? Yep, there we go. That'll get him working on composure. So when did the full game go public? I'm actually not sure. I was in a group on Discord who basically said the editor went live, and I checked it had gone live, and at that point I thought, do you know what, it doesn't normally go live until the start of the game, so what I'll do is I'll just restart the game, and it started downloading. So I'm not sure exactly what time. I think that'd be about 6:30, so I'm guessing 6 would probably be about right for full release. Paul Warner midfielder for you. I'll go back through all this. Let's go and get the staff sorted out first, actually, because we need to do that. I'm going to keep John Brown. He's a club legend. I kind of have to. Chief Scout Andy Scalding, 12-12. Tenny, you can go. David Sandwick, 12-12. Again, the 12-12s can go, actually, because they're not good enough. And Steve Harvey, you're awful as a chief data analyst, actually, so mutual terminate you. What did I say about the coaches? I cannot remember. We need a fitness coach and a goalkeeping coach straight off the bat, so we'll think that's probably our first protocol. So let's get one of them in. Fitness coach, please. Fitness. Start with 15. Work our way up. Probably a good goal. Oh, we're down to 1 straight away. Fitness coach, reasonable. Let's just knock you down 1. See, that was the Sunderland guy. So that was Adrian Lamb. Is this stream going to become a video? As I will probably have to go at 9. It should. I believe I've set it up to go as a video. It's meant to be the first episode of my new series. So if it doesn't, I've messed up pretty bad. Chris Nell was actually pretty decent in both sports science and that. So hopefully it will. I do appreciate you've got to go, mate, but I do appreciate you tuning in as well. You're pretty good. And chilling out, and especially being active in chat. It's nice to actually have people active in chat. It's the biggest paranoia you've got when you start a stream, particularly as someone who doesn't stream a lot. I think I've done 2 streams on the channel in the past. Was having a stream go live and nobody talks in the chat. So I think I'm going to go for this lad, Zavonko Gomez. Apologies if you can hear some weird noise out the back of the house. I think I'm going to go for him. He's got 16 fitness coaching and decent mentals. Former Croatia, Bayer Leverkusen, Bayern Munich, Liverpool fitness coach. So he's been around a bit. I probably can just about afford him. Okay, that's probably lowballing a bit much. 2k. Right, but we can afford him. Yay! We've got a fitness coach. Right, edit search. And now I want a goalkeeping coach. Oh, I always forget that goalkeeping has 3 options here. So we're just wanting a general one, so let's go start at 15 for all and slowly update again. Jim Stewart, he used to be at the club, didn't he? He did, and he's also pretty good. Got George Wood, fairly decent. Jurgen Whitman, the goalkeeping coach is okay. Pat Mountain is nah. And I want to compare you to Jim Stewart then, so highlight key attributes for goalkeeping coach overall. So Alba's better than all these stats and these ones. Pedro Alba is then goalkeeping coach, please. I want to give you 3 years. Straight accept. Probably could have lowballed there, but usually when you up the thing, they're like, I want a bit more money for that job. But he was more than happy to do that. So now what do we need? We need physios and data analysts. Physios and sports scientists we'll do first, actually, is what I meant. So physio, and again, we'll just lowball this at 15. That's a lot. Our current goalkeeping coach is Jim Stewart's son. I didn't realise that Jim Stewart was with the club for a very long time, wasn't he? And I'm sure he only left because Pedro didn't want him coaching at Scotland and Rangers at the same time, if I'm right in thinking. Alex McQueen, 20 physiotherapy, they're all 20. So, I guess what we're going to do, we'll take you as our normal physio. If we can afford you. Gonna have to kind of lowball this to get this one, I think. What was my previous offer? 1.2. Right, so 1.3, 1.4, fingers crossed. Yes, got him. So he's coming in as a physio. We'll take... Can I take him? If he's a doctor just now, can I take him? Didn't think you could take him if they were a chief doctor. Or we've got Alex McQueen, who's fairly young as well. I think we're going to go with the guy from Denmark, even just for his knowledge. No, we can't afford him. We've got the boy from Dundee then, or actually, I think we double check that we can have 2 physios. We can. 13 people watching. I think that's the most I've ever had on a live stream before. And yeah, that's great. I'm quite glad of that I'm correct then. Apologies that I'm drinking on a stream out of a bottle. I've had a bit of a cold recently, so just trying to keep the throat working. My head says to go with the senior guy. He does have decent man management, actually. I don't know how relevant that is. He's actually not wanting that big a wage either, so we'll try and steal him from Dundee United, and we should be able to achieve that. We can, right, so that's physio's done. So we can get on to sports scientists now. When the clear works, there we go. Sports scientists and sports science. Again, we'll start at 15, work our way up. Oh, maybe not. I kind of get a feeling it's a good job that we left Chris Neville there. Right, so you're a regen sort of guy with no history and 16. So it kind of seemed unrealistic they would go straight for him as a head of sports science, but you know, he's got the best stats. And are we allowed more than one sports scientist? I don't think we'll actually be able to get him because he's what in full, and we're only allowed one anyway, so that's irrelevant. And the other lad's 14, so going down would be wasting money. So we'll clear. And now we're on to data analysts, and we'll start with nope, presenting. We want to knock down just down to 10 the now. And that'd be an improvement on what we've got actually. Knock up 1. So we've got Chris Markham, who's 12, 12, 13. Foyston's 11, 11. You're a sports scientist, so that's not great. You're 13, 12, 12. So this lad and this lad are the best. So we'll go with you as the chief data analyst. 275. Okay, right, that didn't work, that low ball. 350. 400. Okay, there we go. You're getting grumpy now. And see if I can offer you just normal data analyst. We'll allow 2 of these actually, so maybe just go for all 3. 425. Come on. 475. There we go. And I'll just take. Wait a minute. You're MK'd on, so it doesn't really matter actually, because you'll have the same sort of knowledge. You've got Denmark, which is one of the ones I've been trying to get, ironically. You want chief, right? Never mind. We'll just leave it at 2 just now. Scouts. So we're on to scouts now. Always want to double check how many scouts I'm allowed. And the other thing I'm going to do is I'm going to save, because I don't want the game to crash and I've got to go through all that again. You know, if we save now, we've done that. We've done the first little bit. I hope the stream is still working okay. I do appreciate you all coming in. Oh, please don't say it's crash saving. That would be embarrassing. It does always take a bit longer to save when you've got this many players as well. We've still got our tactics to pick too. We've really not got fire in here. It's taken us half an hour. And we have, so far, sacked some staff, tried to hire some staff, and we've still got more staff to hire. So we're on to the scouts, which is our last one. We're allowed 6 of them. We kept 1 in John Brown, and we need a chief scout as well. Straight away, I'm ignoring Frank McParland. Was at the club under Mark Warburton and left, so we can ignore him. In fact, unless his stats are actually really good. Catch you later, Kyle Plays. Thank you very much for tuning in. And if you do jump in for a video, be very, very appreciated. Do I prefer FM19 or 18? Honestly, I'm loving 19. I'm better at 18, but I'm loving 19. And do I bother setting up pre-season friendlies? If we just click on schedule, we should have some already set up. I said I didn't want that game. Irrelevant. As well as we've got the Europa League as well, so we'll have quite an intense schedule. I won't manage the friendly, so we'll manage the Europa League. And we'll go from there. I will set up... Excuse me, my voice going there. We'll set up friendlies for next season, at the end of next season, and they'll be my friendlies. But right now I'm happy to work with kind of what the game's given me. Staff-wise, how good are some of these guys? Because they are actually pretty good, to be honest, aren't they? Steve Marcella, you're not really a scout, are you? You're okay. You're pretty good too. And Ian Adkins is a scout as well. Hey Darren Tweedy, we are people indeed. Don't worry about being like, you've not missed much. What you've missed me so far is sacking some staff and looking for staff. We're finally getting through that a little bit now. We're down to just our scouts to go. I think I'm going to bring Frank back as a... Nope, not bringing him back. Then, who else was here? So, you've got quite high adaptability, so I don't want to go near you. You're a director of football. You've got high adaptability. You're not really a scout, let's be honest. You've got high adaptability. They've all got high adaptability, to be honest, so we can pretty much go anywhere we want here. So, who to go for as our chief? We're rolling McPartland out because he wants director of football job, which we're not giving him. And he was at the club, so it was always a tossy-turny. We'll rule out Steve Marcella. Is any of these actually Scottish? I can't remember. You're not. You're German, Portuguese, English. So it makes sense to have a Scottish head, wouldn't it? I ruled you out. You're definitely not. You're not. You're not. And I don't think you are either. No, you're not. So, no Scots. So, we're kind of not going Scottish then. Tell you what, we'll get quite a long time out of you. You're the lowest adaptability. You're on head of youth development. We've got head of youth development to hire as well, actually. So, we've got that. And we've got reserve staff to hire, actually, as well. Although I've got an idea who I'm getting for them. So, that's okay. So, is. Let's just click is, because that will roll it down a little bit. It didn't roll it down. Okay, let's try you. Would you take that job? Delighted. Okay, suggest. Interested or delighted? Just don't understand that. He's delighted with one job or interested in another, but he's going to negotiate for the interested one. There we go. Got him. Who was that? Ralph Weber. So there we go. Sorted. We can take it from there, just offering the rest scout jobs. 475 500 525. Torino Cruz. Did we actually go in for him already? I can't remember. Oh, never mind. You're going to cost a lot. We'll get a season out of you maybe. So that would take us up to 3 out of 6. So we can take another 3 of these. You wanted big money or a weird job, didn't you? Yeah. You want chief scout job. You want, so you want a lot of money, so down we go. Let's see if we can see anyone straight off the bat that we've not already approached. Mark Stout, will try you. So that's 5 out of 6. So one more. See if we can get Steve Head. That name, I don't know why, it rings a bell to me. We're not going to get him. Okay. Can I get you as a scout? Yes, I can. He's 27, so we'll get a number of years out of him. So that's always handy, because then you progress, and by the time that you sort of, you know, getting on, we're already off. So we need a head of youth development now. Before we do that, let's pick our tactic, because that would make sense. Control possession or tiki-taka. What do you think, guys? Control possession or tiki-taka? I'm kind of thinking 4-2-3-1 is going to be best with this squad. You know, when you look at the positions we've got. Tiki-taka. Thanks, Ainsley. Welcome to the stream as well. Yeah, I think looking at the squad, 4-2-3-1 is just such an obvious choice. We've got sort of an ideal back four, we've got ideal holding mid, and we've got, you know, the 10 and the wingers, and then we're fairly short on strikers, so we can't really take two up front unless we buy strikers with our 1.8 million, which isn't a lot of money to go out and try and get quality strikers with. So we've got one on control and one on tiki-taka just now. I've not actually played control possession, and I've used the vertical tiki-taka, I've not used the normal tiki-taka. Although the vertical tiki-taka I didn't really think played that vertical, it did feel more side to side. The other thing with the 4-2-3-1 as well is you can switch it to a 4-4-1-1 in Europe and be a bit more, you know, counter-attacking. We'll see if 4-2-3-1 comes up in either. So that's not what we'd be looking for. 4-2-3-1 wide is indeed in control possession. We'll cancel that. Does it come up in tiki-taka? It does. Right, that doesn't rule it down. This has two inside forwards on tiki-taka though, whereas this has a winger on the right. In fact, this would be pretty much how, if you were to go back and watch any of my Rangers series in the past, and I played 4-2-3-1, swap the central midfielder with another advanced playmaker or a Mazelia, and you've got pretty much that tactic. Excuse me, our tactic. So I'm leaning to this one. Hey Marley. Good to see you, pal. Try a direct approach. We play control at the moment, but it doesn't suit Scottish football. I agree, but the problem with football managers is they base their opposition tactics on how your reputation is rather than what your formation is. So if you have a direct approach with a direct approach with what's the word I'm looking for? A big club, the other teams hold in, and that makes it difficult to break down. Even with the direct approach, I'm keeping the wing backs on wing back. Defence I'm fairly happy with. Fairly happy with that. Fairly happy with that as well, actually. And here, I'm fairly content with that as well, actually. Right now, that should work. Change this to a Mazelia on. Do you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to swap the ball winner and the Mazelia around, because we've got the inside forward on the left. So he's going to cut in, while on the right he stays out wide and he's coming forward as well. So what I'm going to actually do is I'm going to hit overlap left and underlap on the right, which means that Tavernier will come up sort of like this, whereas Candias will go forward like that. This guy will come in here like so, and the fullback will come up here, And if we play the Mazzelia on this side, he'll naturally drift left and support the fullback. Whereas on this side with the ball winner, he'll naturally sit sort of here and protect Tavernier going forward. So I think it makes sense to have the Mazzelia on the left and the ball winner on the right. That's not the one that I meant to click. Put the Mazzelia on attack as well, actually, and keep you on support. Because then you'll overlap that and you'll come out and you'll be holding defenders in position. Does mean we're much more aggressive on the left though. Right, doesn't matter, we can work on that later on. Let's go and get this head of youth sorted out, because otherwise we're never going to be able to press continue. So we want head of youth development, and add condition is tactical. What do I make of Rangers so far this season? Honestly, I quite enjoy watching us this season, particularly early on. We had some fairly good performances under Gerrard. You know, we've only lost 3 games. We've drawn a fair few though, which is maybe the problem in that sense. But I have enjoyed watching us. When we're playing well, we're phenomenal. And I think if we can get that to a consistent performance, we're in good shape. I'm just quickly going through. One of the things that I always look for in a head of youth development is personality. I really couldn't care less what the stats are. If they have my formation, which, because we're looking for 4-2-3-1, we've got options. But what we're wanting is a good personality, and the stats are fairly irrelevant because that's going to be based on what is in your board. So, you know, when you go here and you click on finance, let's increase our junior coaching, let's increase our youth recruitment. That comes from that, so not your head of youth development stats. So I want a good personality because that's what that affects, you know. I mean, Stephen Cragen here is professional. Playing style's direct though, which isn't ideal. We want, you know, this guy would be better playing style. So what you're wanting is personality and tactical. And even if these are all one, just don't ask him to coach really. So that was Dow. You're fairly professional, which isn't bad. I like the look of this guy. I actually really like the look of this guy. So you are currently at Lithuania, but you know, playing style, formation, playing mentality, pressing style, it's all going to suit us. So he'll be training players, and he's fairly professional, which isn't bad. So that was Flatch. So that's what we're beating right now. You're balanced. I need to actually click that. Getting your direct. So let's not. Right. So let's just roll it down a little bit, shall we? We know we're getting our tactical style. So playing style is passing, and tactical pressing style is more urgent. So we're down to 2. We're literally down to 2. So we've got Carlet Flatch. Playing style is attacking. You're balanced, so you're a bit more balanced. I think I'm going for the Lithuanian, guys. Genuinely thinking I'm going for the Lithuanian. It gives us good knowledge as well. Lithuania and Denmark. Marley, I'll show you the finances in just a second. I'm just going to go for this guy if I can get him. Slight interest. We can't get him. Okay, next in line, fairly ambitious. Right, do you know what? Just because of the tactical style, I'll go for him. The tactical style's overruling my knowledge, my fairly ambitious dislike here. What did I offer him last time? 1.6, so 1.7. Finances. So here we are. So we've got 11 million in the bank, 1.8 million to spend, 388,000 in the wage budget. Currently spending 372,000. So that's a fair decent money. I'm going to save that because I've made another load of approaches for staff. Apologies for going off screen. We've now been going at this for 45 minutes and so far we've appointed staff and sacked staff. And saved the game twice. Scouting budget of 423,000. A very specific number of a scout budget there actually. And we've already lost 800,000 this month. Ainsley, you're doing a save with Mainz. Good luck. I think they were actually the first team to beat me domestically in my Bayern save, and I think they beat me twice before anyone else did in Germany. We've got a fairly solid squad early on to start with. Don't know much more than that, but I know they were difficult to beat, so I hope you do really well because they did impress me as a team when I was across there in the beta. Transfer wise, Koulibaly. If I'm right in thinking, we have a loan agreement to sign him for 1.8 million. We do indeed. So we could take the Gavin Canty for next to nothing. Is there anyone I'd actually want to sell? Really? Other than Sadiq, because, you know, who wants Sadiq? Grezda, you're not training for a while anyway. I want you as an advanced playmaker, please. Can't get you as an inside forward. Are you right footed? I thought you were. Yeah, I was gonna say I thought you were right footed. Says either. We might need a number 10 then. We might need a number 10. I thought Arfield was a guaranteed number 10 here. Well, as it looks like it's going to have to be Ajaria for that. At least for our season. Lafferty. Oh, we can get you as a pressing forward, yes. The problem with selling Wallace is he's injured until 2 weeks to 2 months. So, if he gets fit during the transfer window, we can sell him. But I think it's more likely we're stuck with him until January. But I do agree selling Wallace would be a good idea. His contract's up at the end of the season. I'm not going to renew it. He's not going to get a game because we've got Barisic and you know, Flanagan can cover as well on the left. Can I make you a Mazelia then? Come on, Scott. You're really making it hard for me here. You'll work as a Mazelia. So, it's exactly what you're going to do, mate. Murphy, is there any point in training Murphy? I'll stick it on, just so I don't forget. Dorans. We could stick you further forward. No, you're not comfortable with it. We'll go with a Mazelia for you as well. Koulibaly will be a ball winner. Jack be a ball winner as well, I'd imagine. Oh, okay. We've got options with Jack then, so we've got Mazelia would work. Ball winner would work. What do you guys think for Jack? Ball winner or Mazelia? I mean, he could play both, which is actually the fairly best thing. So maybe just train him as Mazelia, because that'll get both sets of stats, won't it? I'm really sorry for my voice going as well, guys. I'm really struggling with it. Get Wallace training just for the sake of it, really. Katic, oh, ball playing. That's nice. Support, please. Flanagan, inverted wing back, defend. Waddle centre back. Golden, ball playing on Golden as well. Need a sweeper keeper for this tactic to work, really, don't we? Defend. Ball winner and have Koulibaly as a mess. Such a out. The mess. Problem with that is the composure in the passing. Whether it's with the ball winner, the passing's not really needed because you're only ever going to play a short, simple pass. So I do like Canty and I do like that idea, but that passing's just a little bit low for me. In terms of that. What options do we have down here? So again, let's just auto-size all columns. Right, promotion wise, right, let's get Andy Halliday can go. Hodgson's going at the end of the season. You know, there's not really much to promote here. Under 18s, it'll all be similar. Yeah, Dapo's not ready. I want you training as pressing forward. Am I using pressing forward? Am I using advanced? I can't actually remember now. Tactics. Advanced, right, so we need to change them around onto advanced forward, so they're training at least the right role. So yeah, I want you an advanced forward attack as well then, which I think you're already doing. Okay, cancel, right. Staff's doing that, right. I think we're ready to press continue for the first time here. Our first friendlies in a couple of days, because my assistant ignored me and set that up. Coaching team. Yeah, I said I was sacking Mulholland, and I've got a new guy coming in, so Mulholland can go. Fitness coach Jamie Ramsden, actually missed him, but we've got another fitness coach coming in anyway, so you can go. And then that leaves us options to decide with Beale and Colshaw going forward. So we'll get rid of these two. I'm going to skip forward. I'm just going to take the bare minimum because I really do struggle this year. Well, miss the training induction. I'm fairly content with that just now. Yeah, we've got everything set up, don't we? Scouting. Is there any players that anyone wants me to have a quick look at actually while I'm thinking about it, or anyone that would like to see us attempt to sign? Because that would be fairly good. So I always get this one wrong. Euro Cup or title? Gamble in Euro Cup? I want to say go for the title, but my worry is getting, you know, if you look at dynamics, max cohesion, already pretty bad. In fact, let's go quickly to training calendar. Got a team bonding in here, so let's knock here. Take our match tactics option here. Extracurricular. Give me a community outreach, please. Because we're going to need this, because otherwise we're in trouble. Got it both there. We need one in here, so do it here. Want one in. We need both in here actually. Oh, this is a scoopy week though. Right, so if we do one here, team bond in there, and one here, give me the community outreach. Lewis McLeod, yeah, I'll give him a look in just a second. Again, we'll give a community outreach here. And after that Ross County game, we'll give a team bonding. You know, just try and get some of that team cohesion up. Force them to go and have a pint or something with each other. So, Lewis. There he is at Brentford, so he actually looks fairly decent. I'll give him a scout. And that makes me think the other one that I'll scout is FM legend and also club produced John Fleck. In fact, that's actually a really good idea. Let's quickly go, because we don't have many homegrown players. So, new search, add condition, homegrown status, trained at the club. We've got John Fleck, we've got Lewis McLeod, we've got Charlie Adam, Kyle McAllister, not a name I recognise. He's played for him as like a proper kid though. He's 19 now, so he's really young when he's triggered that homegrown status. Craig Halkett, wanted. Oh, has he been given a boost? I want a scout report on him. If he's been given a boost, I want a scout report on him, because he was actually fairly decent in my Livy save. Wild Haggerty, yeah, so after really Hulk it, there's not many options. And the other one that would be is, I want to actually just see if he classes homegrown for us, more than get him, because I don't think it's realistic that we get him. Scout him anyway. Is Billy Gilmore, he does. That's quality. Fabio Silva from Porto. Let's go give him a look. So Fabio Silva. FCP please, come on. Be this lad, won't it? 15 years old. Is this the right guy, Alan, that you're on about? He looks... There's no way they're giving him up for cheap. I would guarantee it. Yeah, 46 million. I'm going to scout him though, because he looks at, for 15. That looks absolutely amazing. You know, let's compare them. Rangers, Morelos. So this is our first team striker. Do you know what? He's certainly mentally and technically is not that far off. I'm a Rangers man as well, Scouse. I'm going to give him a scout though, because he looks something special. Other thing I'm going to do is, before we do anything, there's no point in looking at the loan window, is there? Because the loan list won't actually be available yet. Oh, it is. Foden. Ooh. Scout him. That's tempting. Loftus Cheek as well. It's fairly tempting. Maybe grab some of these good minds. Ainsley, yeah. Scott McTominay, he comes to... I've done 3 saves now and he's came to Rangers in every single one of them. So I'm going to skip because there must be something to it. Although I don't think he's going to be necessarily the best for my system. Zinchenko, pretty good. Do you know what? I actually had a list of free agents somewhere. What's that German right back's name who's a free agent? Does anyone know? He looks really, really good. I would give him a good look and try and get him. You're not good enough. Diaz, you look fairly good as well, don't you? The good thing about these loans is we've got unlimited loans from England. I bet, Alan. I've been looking forward to this one since I've started that 3rd save that I've done. I've been really looking forward to this save myself. Cribbin's not good enough. I know that because I had him in my Hibs save. Do you know what? All players, please. I want to give this guy a scout. From my Bayern save, I know him. I want to give this guy a scout. And this guy a scout. No, all 3 of them for my Bayern save, and they were phenomenal. Roshan Williams, he's not really good enough, but I'm pretty certain I'd be able to get him for free. Nope, they want money. In the beta you could get him for no wages, so it's kind of like a, you take him for the backup. Furuts isn't going to be good enough, is he? Alexander Isaac. That's a name that I recognise. I don't know why I do, but I'm spelling it completely wrong. Isaac. Do you know why I recognise it? It's because I tried to sign him in my Dortmund save, I think. Or at least scouted him. I'm going to give him a good look. I thought that was Jason Cummins there, and I was like, isn't he on loan? But I would have taken him. There's not really any names jumping out at me now. Yeah, we're now into the SPL loans, so we're going to ignore them, because if they're not getting a game for Motherwell, they're not getting a game for us. Let's have a look, see if there's anyone that's transfer listed that might be a good buy. Piazon. That'd be an interesting one. Give him a look. Give Hasn't he got? He's pretty good as a goalkeeper in this game, isn't he? I'll give him a scout. Jenkinson's contract expires at the end of the year, so if I'm going to go for him, I'd rather just sort of scout him and knock him on the short list and wait out a year. Harry Cochrane's a great shout. Darren Tweedy, that is a really, really good shout. Loved managing him last year in the Hearts save. There's actually another boy at Hearts that looks really good this year. I'm going to quickly just click on Hearts reserves because he'd probably be in there. Is it this guy? No, it's not. Is he in the first team then? Lad that I'm thinking of. Callum Morrison, there he is. Give him a scout as well. And there's actually someone else that I'm thinking of who has, I want to have a look at. I went and, done a pre-contract deal with him in my beta save with Hibs. Where is he? This lad here, Richard Tate. I wouldn't mind giving him a scout. You know, he's not the best overall, but he'd be a fairly solid backup right back. And then Flanagan could become out and out sort of left back backup, couldn't he? He's got better crossing than Tavernier, which is absolutely insane. Richard Tate does. Again, there's no real other than Piaz on. Badu maybe? What's he like? Yeah, he's no better than what we've got, is he? Spark's not homegrown at the club. He has to be, surely. Yeah, he is. But he's not good enough. I'm going to skip forward, guys, and I'm going to be literally 2 seconds and go to the toilet. I do see a couple of names coming through. I will give them a look as soon as I'm back, guys. Just give me 2 minutes. Apologies for that quick break, guys. So we've got Lewis Ferguson. Agree, that's another good shout. We won't be able to sign him first season though, or at least first window, because he's just signed for Aberdeen. But you have to have him on the short list. I'm actually curious, does he have Rangers as favourite club? He does indeed. Barry Ferguson at Kelty Hearts now, of course, as well. Feel like devastated at that. I would have taken him as my youth team manager is the word I'm looking for. And Dominic Livakovic, also recommended by Ainsley Harriet. So, oh, don't tell me you're not in it. I've literally got 91,000 people loading my database. There we go. Give him a good scout. In fact, Dynamo Kiev, they'll probably have a few good players. Let's just get a team report, please. They'll have some good players, I would imagine. You'd already decided you're going. But yeah, that's a really good shout there. He looks fairly decent. Would be a very good long-term replacement for McGregor. Reserve and youth staff I am going to sort out fairly soon, but I want to get the first team staff sorted first so that we can get going. Okay, I'll laugh at it. That's 1 to 3 days, that's fine. We finally went forward a day though, guys. Training camp. Yeah, just auto select that. Hudson Odoi. From Chelsea. That'll be him. Oh, he looks good as well. Some very, very good shouts in the chat here. I'm enjoying this. You know, every time I've done a series, it's sort of been my sign-ins. There's been very few comments, and now to see people throwing some names at me, it's actually really, really refreshing, because there's some guys like Harry Cochrane and Lewis Ferguson I would have looked at some point during the series, but I'd never thought of monitoring them right from the start, because I'd have thought about them in January or next summer, and then it'd be 2 or 3 years down the line. I'd be like, wonder how they're doing. Wonder if I could get them. Wonder if they developed any good. But there's now I can be forefront of that because you guys have suggested it. And guys like Livakovic and Odoi, Hudson Odoi, that I wouldn't have even known, to be honest. I'm going to go through this very, very quickly. I don't understand why they're asking you about your relationship with the chairman in the first. What are you going to say? This guy just gave me a job, but I don't like him. It just doesn't make sense to me. Excuse me. I do like my young talent, so we're going for that. Do you mean Harry Cochrane is a Rangers fan, Darren? I knew Lewis Ferguson would be. Patson Takaka, I'll have a look at him as well. Always got to back the fans. So I pressed the wrong button. Patson. Dean Watson, because you type in that name and Dean Watson's the logical first one to come up. I've spelled it wrong anyway. There we go. FC Salzburg. Could be a good pickup again. He does actually pretty good. Do like a bit more dribbling. Overall, actually, I really like the look at him. Who wants him? Dortmund. Oh, that's always a good sign when you recommend somebody and they're wanted by Dortmund. The other one I'm actually going to have a look at is a player that I know myself. It's just came into my head. Is this guy. Given it's Chelsea and Man United that want him, I signed him last year. I think I got him for about 8, 2 or 3 seasons in, and he was absolutely world class for me. I mean, he's got 9 caps for Mexico at 20 years old, so maybe it's a bit ambitious to be going for him, but we'll try. I'm probably going to spend all my scouting budget within the first few weeks. Yeah, I was aware of that one, Darren. It's pretty insane. I believe Dean was in the Hibs end, not Hibs end, the Aberdeen end during the Cup semi-final. I'm not sure how comfortable I'd be if I was him, but going into the game, and then at the end of the game he's probably getting warm, bought pints and whatnot because his laddie scored for them. Whether when I could imagine him first going in and being very, very, you played for Rangers sort of attitude. Okay. Gokak, recommended here as you'd be a fairly okay number 10 actually. With potential to be better. I'm going to add you to the short list. Antonio Diaz, no. No. That back breed. Got a bit of paper somewhere on this drawer. I found it. I had a list of some top quality free agents. I'll just show you it. Literally, that's all it is, just a list of free agents. Not all that I would go for example, Robert Hoof and Robbie Keane's on this, but it was just who I wouldn't try and sign. But I knew there was a right back on this one who I was going to try and get, which is Dennis Dijkmeyer, who I think is fairly reasonable target, although now that I've skipped forward a day, probably signed for some Saudi Arabian team. Bergkamp's in this game. Ooh, let's have a look. Might bring him into my staff for the reserves if we could do that. But that's not the person who I wanted. There we go. Got any offers? Nope. Let's offer you a trial. I want to see how good you are. Other ones that I've got on this list. Does anyone want to see any of the names that I've got on this list? Because there's a few that actually might stand out as decent for what we need. You know, LSU, decent as a short-term option as a left-back cover. Any other names? We need a striker, don't we? And we need a number 10. Offer you a trial as well. As sirens outside. I hope that's not bad. I'm getting overcoded. I'm getting load warnings, guys. Is the stream still running okay? Just while I'm making sure. Other names on this list. Strikers. We need strikers. Trimilunas, that might be an option as a alternative right back option. He's on this list. Left back option even. Diego Cavalieri we can ignore. Robbie Keane we can ignore. Hoof we can ignore. Fidel Martinez, what position did he play? Offer you a trial. Solanke on loan. It's a good shout if we can make it work. He's available for loan. Let's see what stats are quickly first. There is interest, so that's going to make that a bit harder. From Udinese and thingy. We can't afford the wages. Ainsley had it. Nazir demands too much wage. That's probably a good shout. I've always found that when you get them in on trial, their wage demands go lower, so we can always assess from there. Would they offer accept rotation? They will. Which means we're not forced to play them. Yeah. I'm kind of stuck on my list now with the rip positions, and then I don't know the players now, so that's an issue. We do need the number 10 though, so we can try. We're going to go over wage budget actually getting Solanke there, aren't we? Do any of our loan players in the team have an option to buy? Koulibaly does. I am 100% certain of that. I'm sure I showed it earlier on. So we've got an optional feature fee for Koulibaly for 1.79 million. He's valued at 2.1. So probably not a bad sign-in. I'm going to see how his value assesses before doing that and how our transfer budget goes. Worrell, we do not. Kent. We do not for Ryan Kent. Or Ajaria. And Umar Sadiq. Probably. No, we don't. So we do have for Koulibaly, but not for the rest of the players on loan. Solanke offer accepted. Tremolunas doesn't care. LSA doesn't care. Nasri doesn't care. Financial issues for Nasri. He's willing to talk to us. And you're not interested, so that's fine. Take Dijkmeyer on loan. Fidel Martinez isn't interested either. So Dijkmeyer 3.5 stars. It's pretty good, this guy, isn't he? Leading player, rated is better than Tavernier actually, which is interesting. Let's compare them. Where is he? Our big long list, Tavernier. Tavernier's quicker, more physical. Sorry. Dijkmeyer's quicker, more physical, better at defending, better mental, not as good at going forward apparently. Which I find strange. Yeah, because finishing, first touch, free kick taking's worse. And long shots is worse. Better at long throws, better at tackling, slightly better at crossing. Physical is fairly similar. Mental is very much in Dijkmeyer's court. I'm going to try and get him, you know. 9k. Oh, this is a bargain, guys. How low can we go? We'll take a third off. Fairly promising start. Oh, this excites me. I think we could maybe get a little wee scoop here. If we can get this for under 7,000 a week. Oh, that's just a deal. I don't even know how old he is. I don't even care how old he is right now. Probably got about 10 suspensions or something. Nope. Oh, that's an absolute steal for that kind of wage. In fact, you used to play for Hamburg. I want to just quickly go across to Hamburg because there's a few players I wouldn't mind having a look at. So, Bates, Pollersbeck, who actually had last year in the Journeyman with Toulouse. Do you think SPO has been the most exciting years in terms of competition? I think that when Celtic aren't running away with it at a canter, it's been probably the most exciting since 2012 in that sense. It'd be nice to see Hearts maintaining pace. I don't think they can, and Celtic seem to be up in their level now, just as we're hitting our sort of poor form as well, which is a bit worrying in that sense. So it's good to see from probably a neutral point of view, I think, but not necessarily from a Rangers point of view. At present, our European form's been better than our domestic form in that sense. What's that guy who's really, really good at Hamburg? I bet he's not loading into my database. I bet you I've loaded 98,000 players and I've not got the kid that I really want to have a look at. He's a right back, isn't he? The guy I'm thinking of. So, it's not Neri. Is it Vogman, maybe? It must be him. It must be. The other guy that I would recommend that anyone that starts a save has a look at is this. Not going to find him. It's Solo. This lad here, Manor Solomon. He's wanted currently by PSG, Milan, Juventus, Porto, and Benfica. Don't know if he'd accept a contract with us, but you know, he's fairly well rounded at 18 years old, wanted by all those clubs. And I'm pretty sure I could get him for under £2 million here. Yeah. Go for, say, 500 installments, 3 installments of 1 million. They've locked that in. That's annoying. After international appearances, I'll give you another 500. After league appearances, 50. I'll give you another 500. And after league goals, 50. I'll give you another 500. Any deal on this? Oh, we're getting somewhere. Okay, they're not giving an immediate decision, so that's fine. Arp, Fatih Arp. This guy, oh, yep, you're on the right track here, guys. I don't know if everyone scouted him either, if you hadn't mentioned that in chat. That's a great pickup. I think he's worth 3.9 million and already very, very good. So I don't see us getting him. I think he's on 26 grand a week as well, isn't he? So I don't see us getting him, but he's certainly worth looking at. Lafferty's not fit. Why am I getting team selection? Staff responsibilities, please. Manage friendly matches. No. I do not remember setting that up, but okay, confirm. Make sure that you're running that and you're running that. No issues then. We can miss that friendly that I didn't want to manage anyway. That if we can get that Solomon deal through, that's a very, very good deal. You know, it's probably about 2 million plus a load of add-ons, but he's going to be in and around the first team. Still, that's frustrating. Because he's got so much of this interest that they're stalling because they're hoping that one of them will make a better offer. I know all these reserves offers are an issue. I will go for them. How good Peter Lowenkrantz is a coach here. Mentally, he is amazing. I'm keeping him. Yay! The board agreed to it. That's our new staff starting to come in. We've got a new head of sports science, who nobody's ever heard of before because he was created in game. We've got a chief scout and a scout, I think. And our head of youth development, I'm excited for this guy because his formation, you know, his personality is not great. If we could get a better personality on this setup down here with the formations, that would be absolutely perfect. Chief data analyst, so you know, they're just slowly filtering in now, getting some staff together. Nobody's rejected us yet, which is always helpful. Always get frustrated when they accept the contract and then go, actually, no, I don't want to come. And I don't mind it when it's like, oh, this other team's offered for us. But I always find that it's not. It's just sort of like, I changed my mind. You're the goalkeeping coach? No. Alba's the goalkeeping coach. This lad here, Spanish lad, looks really good. I'm going to get that sorted out straight away. Edit coach assignments. I don't need to touch goalkeeping with anyone else. He's 5.5 star in both of them, by the way. He's really good. So once I get another goalkeeping coach, we're pretty much sorted for goalkeeping coaches long term with him. I said I was going to do this stream all the way up until that Aberdeen game. We've already been going an hour and 25 minutes. So I might not last that long. Might just have to be a couple of games, guys. Because it is getting late and I still need to record an episode of this for tomorrow as well. So maybe the Aberdeen game comes episode for tomorrow and we try and get as many of the Europa League games in as we can. What do you think of that? That's our fitness coaching as well. Okay, who else came in there? Did anyone else make a bid? No. So, you stall because you know that that's the right way. So, let's lock in 700. I'll give you 2. And I don't know what they actually asked for there, but I'm telling you it was a lot less. A lot more than what I've just gave them. So potential cost is 4.8 million plus 40% of the profit, which is a bit of a slap in the face. But that's my fault for not negotiating it out before I offered. And 700k only of this season's transfer budget plus whatever we give him in fees. Hopefully he's interested in coming because I never scouted him. I've just completely gambled on this. And he's probably just going to come and go, yeah, I'm not interested. Okay. That's positive. Extremely interested is PSG though, which, you know, they can come and blow us out of the water financially. Straight off the bat. So let's have a look. Manor Solomon, what stats you good at? Dribbling. Okay. So, not giving him any of them. Allow you to treat the club as a stepping stone. Develop player. Play games from bench. Anything else you want to offer him? Not really. Oh yes. Finalize promises, please. You want 9k, right. Yearly wage rise, that can go. This wage rise can go. Really don't like that. That's kind of going to have to be locked in. Anyway, we can work this out. That's going to be locked in. Okay. This is the Solanke deal that's now causing us problems, so we'll put you up to that. See if we can work out this on bonuses. Work that out there. Winning Olympic Premiership will give you another 65. And Team of the Year bonus will give you 65. Just signed Bergkamp as a coach for me. He actually looks like a very good coach. I'm thinking of what I'd like to do with the reserves and the under-18s is have former players taking up all of that space. So we'll keep Peter Lovenkrands. I was thinking of bringing in the likes of Andy Gorham as the reserves goalkeeping coach, for example. You know, an ex-Rangers legend. People like Alex Ray. But even options like Bergkamp, if we could convince them to come in as reserves and under-18s coaches, those kind of people was what I was thinking of for that. What do you guys think of that idea? After 10 goals, that's realistic for a winger, isn't it? Give you 40k. Deal works. I mean, I'm going to have to renegotiate that contract at some point because it's really not the best, particularly with that with min release fee. But, you know, if it was triggered within the first 2 years, it wouldn't be too much of an issue anyway. So, Houston signed his new deal. Mabudi signed it, and we got Dijkmeyer. So, perfect, right? We don't need to worry about fullbacks. Flanagan and Barisic will cover the left with Wallace sort of as an alternate until we can get rid of him. Dijkmeyer and Tavernier can work on the right. Training. Wing back support, please. I mean, he's not even that old. He's 28 years old. You know, we're going to get a couple of years out of this guy. Good idea. I'm glad to agree, guys. Always worry that people don't always agree with my ideas. Still sitting with 13 people viewing this. That's absolutely insane, guys. I really appreciate you all tuning in. Especially when I know a lot of you will be trying to play the game yourselves. So youth, head of youth development, already on that. And we will attend the press conference for Dijkmeyer. I'm still, presented. I think it'll be a big boost. I have the utmost confidence. And I'm not going to say he can win points on his own, because that's really not fair to put on anyone. I'm always looking to bring new people in. I'm in talks with 2. And I really wouldn't be surprised if at least one of those isn't all over the media, because Oh, God. Which one? I've literally annoyed him within a day. You reckon you know pretty much everything there is to know about this game? Like, I don't mean knowing every player, but like, you know exactly what to do in every spot. No, this is actually a prime example. I've signed a player. I've said some stuff in the press, and he's annoyed at me. What you find is different players react to different things, and I think it takes so long to work out what always necessarily affects those things. Although, talking of that, Middleton's contract up at the end of the season. There's no chance his contract's going at the end of the season. Absolutely no chance. What's your existing contract, pal? 1.2. We'll start with there then. And I want to give you 5 years. Okay, let's go to 1.5. If you give me 5 years, I will give you pretty much any money you want. There we go. Thank you very much. I wouldn't say I know everything about the game. Brian Hardy, I'm going to give a bit of time to see how he gets on at Livingston. I think I've got a fairly good idea. It's the kind of game that I can autopilot, but not. Certainly wouldn't say I know everything. It's impossible. So many situations have so many variables. Even at the end of 18, there were so many mistakes that you could still make, and you could make them. I got really lucky towards the end of 18 that I fell into good situations more often than not, but I think in general there's too many situations where there's variables that you can get wrong, which is what I like about this game. It's not constant button clicking and easiness, you know, everything's different, and you can't get everything right 100% of the time. I mean, some of the guys that I know, like that Manor Solomon, that made a bid for it, I wouldn't have known if I wasn't doing any work for FM Scout this year. Because one of the lads that's done a video for them, Jamie, he picked up on him. Joseph Martinez, yeah, he's really good as well. Do you know who's the other one that's really insane value is? This lad here is, I need to remember which one it is, Corinthians, him. This lad here, 20-year-old Brazilian, he's on the Wonder Kids lists, and he's got a minimum release clause of 7.5 million. It's, I would say if you're at a club that's got 7.5 million, go to Brazil, go to Corinthians, and sign Pedrinho, because you're going to print money off of him, and you could maybe even get him cheaper. I don't know. Yeah, you're going to have to pay the full. You're going to have to trigger that, but if you could get him and Joseph Martinez, I think you're absolutely laughing. Here's a great scout report. Has no interest in joining. Oh no, did I scout him myself? Either way, he doesn't want to join, so I'll add him to the short list. Don't think we scouted him, but he's got no interest in joining anyway, so thanks for that, John. Or whoever it was that recommended that. Mark Allen, thanks mate. 65% of transfer decreasement, that's not nice. I don't like that. No, you're too old. I can't develop a goalkeeper that age. Carl Jenkinson, he's actually fairly good. Do you know what? I'm just going to keep him on the short list. I can't afford the wedges anyway. You're recommending Jedinak. I'm going to ignore that. Free agent Piazon. They want 425k from him. He wants a lot of money though for his age. Could play inside forward for us. Could play inverted winger there, or a wide playmaker. And can play. Can you manage advanced playmaker? So you know, he could actually cover both the systems that I was thinking of doing, the 4-4-1-1 and the 4-3-2-1, and be a number 10. Evening, James. How you doing, mate? What do you think of signing Piazon, guys? He's still got a bit of potential about him, but he is 24 now. So, what's his work permit status? Has he already got British citizenship? Italian. Well, that works just as good. And he could have had British as well. Add him to the shortlist just now. Let me know what you guys think of signing Piazon. Okay. You're maybe worth a little look-see. Already a bid from Basel though, which means I'd be competing for wages and I'd want to bring him in on trial to get a proper look at him. So I'm going to ignore that one. 18-year-old Romanian keeper, probably not going to get a permit for. Oh no wait, Romania's EU now, isn't it? Yeah, we've just signed another fullback, so we don't really need to get another one, do we? So we can ignore that. Team-wise, I think the team's already fairly solid. I don't think we really need to do too much. I mean, we've got Solomon maybe coming in, pending PSG not putting a bid in. We've got Dijkmeyer arrived, and I feel like we've got a bid in for somebody else, and I can't remember it now. But we've certainly got a good few signings there. And we've still got the majority of our transfer budget, because Solomon's only costing 700,000 of our transfer budget this season. We've still got Sadiq to get rid of. That's going to free up 10,000 a week as well. Solanke, that's the other one that's to come in. He's on a potential loan deal for us. Again, pending he accepts, obviously. Training. Don't think. Yeah, he's still thinking about it, and Solomon's there. And these are our failed sort of trials that we just wanted to have a look at. I mean, have they actually got any other interest in them? You've not. You've not. You've not. And you've not. So they've basically turned us down for nothing. In my head, anyway. I mean, if we get Solanke and we get Solomon, we really don't need anything else, because that would give us 2 in every position apart from right wing, maybe, actually. Right wing could be our issue position here. Reserve Cup groups drawn, that's fine. Lewis McLeod, 3-star, 4-star potential. We're going to add him to the shortlist because we do need homegrown players going forward. Is Nasri still banned from playing until 2019? That's maybe a good point. Samir Nasri. Yeah, global ban until Hogmanay. So you're right, he wouldn't even be worth signing anyway, so that'd be a waste of money. So I'm glad you mentioned that, because I still had to go back for him at some point soon. John Fleck, oh, they want big money for Fleck, but he looks really good. 4-star, 4-star. Homegrown at the club as well. I mean, he's valued at 11 million. That's pretty insane. Oh, I'd love to get John Fleck back at the club. Halkett, he has had a boost by the looks of it, but not enough to get into the team. The other issue that I've got though is we do need homegrown players, and Halkett is homegrown. I mean, how low down is he on the list? I mean, he's low. And centre back's not somewhere where you want to just have a gimme, is it? A sort of gimme homegrown player for the sake of it. Do we think we could make a player out of it? He's just moved to Aberdeen. Never mind. He's literally just moved to Aberdeen, and the time it's taken me to scout him, Aberdeen have spent 240,000 on him. Which is more than what my scout said with the estimated cost as well. So that sucks in that sense. David Bates obviously just moved, got 4-star potential. I'm not going to go for him, I was just curious on that. Solanke's rejected us. We need a striker. So we need a striker, and I think we need a right winger. So we've got Kent, can do that. Ajaria, he's not going to be comfortable out there really, is he? He's an inside forward, despite being right-footed. Grezda, if he's fit, is right-sided as well. So we need a striker and a right winger, I think. I mean, Dijkmeyer and Tavernier can both push forward there. Dorrans can go there at a push. Murphy could go, but Murphy's out for the season, so that's irrelevant. Arfield probably could. Reserve-wise, I think right wing options only really Attacky as well, who's not rated the best. Middleton, I want to give a chance in the first team, but I think if we get Solomon, we'll loan him out. And again, there's no point in really looking at the youth just now. They're not good enough yet. That's a shame that Solanke rejected us, though. Pullersbeck could be an option for long term. Hunt's just not interested, and he's old. Same with Holtby. Isaac on loan. That's good shout. We were scouting Isaac actually. I'm sure I set him to scout Isaac. He's interested, but we're not going to be able to get him a giveaway. Has the injury bug been sorted? We started with 5 injuries in this team, so that's why we have so many. The 5 players that are injured all start the game injured. I've only played a little bit. We've not even played 2 games. Have we played a game yet, other than the reserve game? Yeah, we played air. We've not had an injury yet. Why have we got a friendly? Literally just go and cancel that friendly. I'm not having a friendly in there. What is your responsibilities on friendlies? Where's Rangers friendly matches? About. I've not unticked the box. Right, Gally McAllister, you can get off that. Sorry, the injury bug did seem to be reducing for me when I was still playing the beta after the last update. I'm not 100% sure on it though. But yeah, we are scouting Alexander Isaac, so we'll be able to find out if he's interested in loan. But I'd seen a reduction from the last update, not maybe quite to the level that I would want, but certainly some improvement has been made in that sense. Hopefully it's been continued in the full game. I mean, we've been on this stream for 2 hours now. Sorry, an hour and 45 minutes we've been on this stream. And we've gone from the 25th of June to the 4th of July. I mean, that maybe shows you how much effort goes into trying to push out videos. Some days, because some days you are really pushing. I mean, this is obviously a bit different because it's literally the first start. So we've dealt with staff, we've dealt with new contract, we've searched for some players, tried to scout. Udinese wants Solanke on loan. We're out of that race anyway. Ali Reynolds, never heard of you. You actually look half decent. I have never heard of you and you're Scottish. And you actually look decent. I'm going to offer you a trial. 21 years old. Where you been playing? You've been playing in Cyprus, which is why I've never heard of you. With Limassol. You've actually got 53 games under your belt. A lot of that on loan though. But I'm going to give you a trial to see how you do. Don't need a fullback. Don't need a fullback. Billy Gilmore, we're going to add to shortlist. I want to just keep an eye on him, if anything. They don't want to sell 5-star potential. He's getting added. Phil Foden. Transfer list interest is nothing. He's better than Ajari as a number 10 though. Fairly consistent. Very interested in the loan. Let's see what we can do with City for loan wise. We've not got the wage budget. Did we get the wishes Tav stats updated? Tav doesn't look like he's been updated at all, to be honest. Oh, centre back, you look good, apart from pace. Certainly his penalties are still 13, which I think's ridiculous. I mentioned that earlier on. Obviously, you've not long joined the stream. It doesn't look any different from me from beta. The formation changes definitely happened. Ryan Gold's a good player. Shout out Alan, actually. I will give him a look in just a second, just once we've gone through all these scouts reports. You're better than Ajari as well, but not as an advanced playmaker. I'm going to add you at the short list as sort of a backup option. Ryan Gold. He is currently on loan somewhere. We're going to give him a scout because I'm interested in him anyway. Stat wise, he still looks okay. He still looks actually. I don't think I've got Scott McTominay close enough. I'm going to compare them because I think this would be an interesting comparison. They're similar age. So, there you go. McTominay boss. No. Yeah, McTominay wins the physical battle, really. Quite considerably. Gold slightly better technically, and I think this is actually a really fair comparison. McTominay winning the mentals, but a lot of that's down to the aggression, really, and the work rate. So, and teamwork as well. But I think that's sort of your comparison with these two players this year. And I think that's a fair comparison. Obviously, Gold's much more attacking than McTominay. So if you're wanting a ball winner, McTominay's always choice. Going forward, I think it's fairly close. In fact, going forward, you'd take Gold, wouldn't you? We're giving them both a scout anyway, so scouts might disagree with me. I'm just going to, literally guys, I'm just going to go and have a quick cigarette because I've been going an hour and 45 minutes without one and I'm starting to crave. So I'll be back in a couple of minutes, guys. Please bear with me. That's me back. Sorry, Scouts, I think you've said that you've away now while I've been away, so see you later. I do appreciate you tuning in. Apologies I didn't say bye if you're away already. Paletta set for Nice. Who's that? Oh, he's the centre back that I offered a trial to, who looked pretty good. Oh well. No real loss. Ali Reynolds is coming on trial. I'm literally going to go past these Scoopy games and then I'm going to have to go off, I think, guys, because it is getting pretty late. Ali Reynolds 2-star, 3-star potential. He does actually look half decent. What's our team like? That's in DM. I was seeing him more as a centre back, to be honest. Composure's the issue though, innit? And strength. And he's not the tallest, so yeah, we'll just let him go by. Solomon signed pending a work permit. That's huge. That is huge. Thank you so much for the subscribe, Ainsley. I really appreciate it. I hope you are enjoying the stream so far. It'll be mostly videos after this. We're going to play as Ross McCrory. Actually, do you know what we need to do? We need to set up mentor lists at some point. I'll probably do that in the next episode, actually, set up the mentor lists, because we need to get to this game. Auto select, see what it selects. So Gresda misses out, McCrory misses out, but he's under 21. Rossiter, Dorrans and Murphy miss out, but they're all injured for fairly long periods of time. So we'll confirm selection. That looks pretty good to me. I hope they don't kick off because they're not selected because they're injured. Solomon's work permit rejected. Wow. I thought he was a lock to. He's got so much potential. We're going to appeal. I've heard so much about this guy. I've never used him yet because I've never had really the chance. Decision will be made by tomorrow. The work permit department's on fire. They're making decisions quickly. I don't know if that's a good thing or not. I really want this Solomon guy. He's wanted by so many top clubs. You know, when PSG are very interested, it tells you that he's got potential. And we can get him for a couple of £1 million. On a pretty naff contract, but, you know, getting him and then trying to renegotiate the contract when he's happy is a positive. I didn't even see you saying night. I'm really sorry, Ainsley. Have a good night, pal. I'm having a nightmare keeping up with the chat. I'm so not used to the chat. He's granted it. He's granted it. Yes, get in. How long is his contract though? 2022, so he's got a 4-year work permit, so that's helpful. Rangers have confirmed the deal. 1 million will be deducted, so we're going to have 600,000 left. We need a right winger. Anyway, probably a centre back as well, because I've never been comfortable with older centre backs like Macaulay. But, you know, hopefully we don't need them. We're going to get to these Scoopy games. We're going to play them, and then we're going to leave the stream after that, and I'll come back tomorrow with the Aberdeen game, I think. I don't even think I'll get that recorded tonight now, to be honest, just with the time, which means it'll probably be a later episode as well. Still 8 of you chilling out in the chat, well, chilling out watching as well, so I really do appreciate you guys all coming in and hanging around. It means an absolute world to me that you do that. Just going through another save. Got this auto save on very consistently just now. At least until I know the game's stable. Literally saving before and after every game during the beta, and having this auto save for the longer times. How much is this community outreach and team bonding doing? That I would be fairly curious of. We're going to go through that now. Match cohesion still fairly low. Still a couple left. Full game, that's not going to happen. I'll be here until next week if I'm doing full games. Oh, you mean the game's full game? Yeah, the game's full game. That's me starting to get tired, guys. I don't think there's much risk in this transfer. Got a very good deal that I'm happy with. I'm ecstatic with this deal. It's worth 3.8 million. The only thing I'm not happy about with that deal, in honesty, is his contract. Wallace begins rehabilitation. That means he's down to 2 to 5 weeks, so that's reduced that time out quite considerably, so hopefully that rehabilitation goes well, and then we can get him transfer listed and hopefully sold. Which you know what I'm actually going to do? I'm going to quickly go to the reserves, where Halliday is, and I'm going to offer him to clubs, unspecified, see what we can get for him. Obiajaria out, injured. That's not good. We need him for that number 10 role right now, because we can't get Fod in, because we're over our wage budget now, and we can't change anything until we can get rid of Sadiq. Gilmore we're just going to acknowledge, Silva we're going to acknowledge, Fodden we're going to acknowledge, no offers for Halliday. Hearts loan offer for Halliday. Well, if you give me 100% of his wage, we can do something here. Nope. Send assistant to do that one, just because I want to get through it and get to this game. We're at home first. Livingston staffing up Remy Street. It's a pretty good signing for them, actually. I looked at him in the beta for Livy, and he was up there as a first team defender. So I'm fairly glad to see them doing well, because I'm kind of hoping that they do well. Right, so we've got 1 plus 3 spaces. We've got a 22-man squad, don't we? So how do we get Solomon in here? Who does we take out for Solomon? We can't take out Halliday. We can take out Aidan McAdams, actually. Can we? Confirm. Yes, we don't need Aidan McAdams because we've got goalkeepers. And he's not the best. So that was less of a headache than what I thought it was. Much less of a headache than what I thought it was going to be. We need centre backs for next season though, because Worrell's only on loan. And Macaulay's 38 or something. Very, very old. Gold. I'm going to add him to shortlist, just monitor him just now. Scouting meeting, winger, Kawaya. Not good enough. Don't need midfielders. Do need a striker, but he actually looks pretty good as well, but I'm going to ignore it. You're not good enough. We'll scout the Euro Cup. You've got 7 acceleration, you've got no chance. Loftus-Cheek will add to the shortlist. McTominay will add to shortlist. Fruitshaw will add to shortlist. I'll ignore you. Still not got that scout report on Isaac yet. We do need a striker, so here we go. It's Scoopy time. We're going with Alan McGregor in goal, Dijkmeyer or Tavernier at right back. Who do we go for? We'll go with the captain for the first game, won't we? I think that makes sense. Unless you guys disagree, let me know in chat if you disagree. We'll go with... Do you prefer a side? No side preference, right foot only. And Goldson, right foot only, no side preference. Okay. We'll go with Goldson on the right, Katic on the left. That's how they do it in real life. Barisic on the left. Take Koulibaly, and we've not got a Jaria, so we kind of have to go with Jack here. We'll go with Candias on the right, Arfield in the middle, and that leaves... Let's give Solomon a game. Let's see what Solomon can do, and we'll quick pick, pick without restriction, unpicked positions only, see what our staff think. We don't need 2 strikers on the bench, simple as that. Sadiq, you're not needed. Dijkmeyer can come onto the bench. So we've got McCrory, Worrall, Dykmeyer, Flanagan, Kent and Lafferty. We need a midfielder. How have we not got midfielders? Because Ajaria is injured. Okay. What size, please? Ability. Halliday. Move to senior squad. Submit team. No. Halliday for Flanagan, please. Halliday can cover left back as well. I'm pretty sure, yeah, he can. But he can cover everyone on the pitch apart from centre back. And we've got Lafferty as well, so I think that's a fairly balanced bench. We'll save the game before we go in because we don't want it crashing. And then us having to go through all that again. Or do we play Worrall in defence? I'm leaning to Katic and Goldson because we own both of them. Got Solomon in at left wing. So he's our new sign-in. We didn't get Solanke. We didn't get... Was there somebody else that we went for? We went for Solomon, Solanke and Dykmeyer. So we got Dykmeyer and Solomon. Both of them are in the team. Dykmeyer on the bench. And we didn't get Solanke. That's right. We're trying to see if we can get Isaac now. On loan. Solomon wants number 8, which he can't get because Jack's got it. So let's give him 88. Because that's a nice thing to do. Dykmeyer will give you 22 because that's the closest to 2. And you're a right back. So that works out for me. So we've got McGregor, Tavernier, Goldson, Katic, Barisic, Koulibaly, Jack, Candias, Arfield and Solomon. And a bit of lag. So we're favourites. Leave them as no doubts to why. And I have faith. I hope the settings on this work okay. We're going to go with key highlights. Going with TV on minus and maximum zoom. Same with the replays. And I'm actually fairly happy with those replay setups. Is that a free kick already? No, it's not. No, stream gone down. I hope the stream hasn't gone down, guys. Seconds. Right. Let me just pause the game. I'm going to try and fix this stream. No, it's not the thing I'm looking for. Performance. Nope. Try to think of a quick fix that I had here. Hopefully that fixes it. I'm hoping it does anyway. Oh, that's a penalty though. Doesn't look like it's fixed. Has it fixed it? Guys, I'm hoping that this is working. Can you let me know as Barisic tucks home the penalty? I'm no longer getting the warnings, but Barisic has tucked home a penalty, so... I'm hoping that it's gone okay. I'm trying to keep an eye on it and it's just not showing anything for me. Try a quick refresh there. See if it's maybe me that's gone down. I hope this is working, because otherwise this isn't good. And I normally try and set my settings fairly low, so I hope it's okay. I'm going to keep trying to fix this, because I'm still getting warnings now. Morelos, that's a great ball out to Manor Solomon. Back to Alfredo Morelos, goal. Two 0. What I want to do is is that working? I feel like I've just broke my computer. I hope I've not. And I hope the stream's working. Oh no. Oh, we're doing something. Even my game's gone now, guys. I've tried to fix it and messed it up even more. Can I just get any way of fixing this now? Pause. Wait. Oh, we're getting somewhere. I've tried to fix it and I think I made things worse. Okay guys, I think I've reset the setting that I changed to put it back. Trying to get this working. I hope it is. We've scored 2 goals in the time that I've been trying to do that. Barisic scored a penalty and Morelos scored with an assist from Manor Solomon, the new boy. I've got the computer working at least. I'll probably just come off after this game, guys, and try and take it from there and work it out. Barisic with a deep corner. Morelos, it's free. Get in. No idea why I'm struggling so much to stream this, because it really isn't any different from what I record. In fact, I record on much higher settings as well. So I'm not sure exactly what's going on with my encoder. It's Alan McGregor with a a free kick, and he gives it to catch forward to Jack now. Manor Solomon, the new man. Actually, do you know what we need to do is just think that up. Think that one. Arfield had a shot from range, miles off target. I hope this is watchable at least. But I am going to end the stream after this game now, just so I can work it out and see what's going on. You might be wondering, but that could all change. Want focus levels, guys. Battle stations at the ready. Ilodski plays it across for Serginho. Played inside. Arfield away. Serginho. Bajrami. Borja. Tavernier nods away to Candias. End of highlight. Really great highlight, guys. They've got a book in. Arfield's tied in. Barisic is tied in, which isn't ideal because I decided not to have Flanagan on the bench. We'll bring Dijkmeyer on for his debut for Captain Tav. See how he gets on. 28 years old. A bit of a career behind him as well, if I'm right in thinking. Dijkmeyer. What is his career actually like? Do you know what? I can't even click him. Can I click him here? Yes, I can. History. Hamburg for a number of years. Bremen and Nuremberg before that. We're going to make a change. We're going to bring on Ryan Kent for Solomon. No, we're not. Bring Ryan Kent on for Candias. Barisic with the throw. It's not the great. Doesn't find a blue shirt. Jack launches it across for Dijkmeyer. Back for Koulibaly. Arfield. Dijkmeyer again. Koulibaly just building patiently. I'm liking this. Jack. Switch across to Barisic. Barisic. Oh, he's done well. Gets it away to Koulibaly. Dijkmeyer again. Can he get a ball in? Beautiful touch. Oh, it's topped away. And out for a throw, corner kick. Barisic's delivery is amazing from the zone. And it's another fairly decent ball in, but gets caught by the first man. Barisic. Oh, he's done his man again. Away in it goes. Dangerous area, but nobody there. Ken just ignores the ball as it bounces off him. Barisic. Whipped in at back post. Katic. Across. Hits Lasana Koulibaly. Back of the net. 4-0. Katic headed it back across. Koulibaly knows nothing about that, but he's taking the goal. Because why wouldn't you? Scott Arfield's knackered. I need to figure out a way of getting this to work. Do you know what we're going to do? We're going to bring Lafferty on. We'll move Morelos to there, Lafferty to here. What kind of way can I play him? Can I play him as a target man on support? That would kind of be the ideal option. Confirm changes. And on we go again. Whipped across Katic. Oh, it's 5. Ryan Kent's free kick in at the back post. I do like that, the right and left footed ones. I'm not actually set up my set piece takers, so it's done it automatic.